Hi, writers, and welcome back. Today's writing lesson, we are going to add to our fictional narrative that we've been working on so far this week. Let's just take a look at a couple of slides that I've put together for us. We're always going to start off by looking at our brainstorming sheet. That's going to give us the plan of where we're going. Remember, use your imagination. You're the author. You can make the story whatever you'd like it to be, whomever you want to be in your story, wherever you'd like your story to take place. You're in charge. We're going to answer those W questions. So, for today, here's what we're going to add to our story. We are adding the problem and solution. Just as a reminder, from this week, we've already introduced our characters. We introduced a place, that's our setting. We even added in what is going on in the story. And to kind of remind you of the story that we're writing so far, we wrote, one day Clark the rainbow fish was swimming through the warm ocean water. Clark, don't forget, you start fish school tomorrow, said Mom. Well, let's look back at our planner because he learns that he's going to have to go to fish school tomorrow. And how does he feel automatically? He feels really nervous. He feels nervous. You're right. So we have to write that in. And then we have to write in our ending. So don't forget, you start fish school tomorrow morning, said Mom. Clark. Clark felt, what did he feel? What does it feel like when you're nervous about something? Do you want to have him say or feel butterflies in his belly? That would be kind of silly to have a fish feel like he has butterflies in his belly. I wonder if fish even know about butterflies. We could put that in there. Clark felt butterflies in his belly. He was nervous about school. Let's add that in. So how are we going to solve this problem? Clark felt butterflies in his belly. He's nervous about going to school. We should probably say the next day, the next day, Clark met the next day, Clark met new fish friends and had lots of fun at school. All right, let's read this back. Then we just have to make some edits and then we should be all set. So I'm going to start off by reading what I have written so far. One day, Clark the rainbow fish was swimming through the warm ocean water. Clark, don't forget, you start fish school tomorrow, said Mom. Clark felt butterflies in his belly. He is nervous about school. The next day, Clark went, or nope, the next day, Clark met new fish friends and had lots of fun at school. I have to go back in and edit. So we did add the problem and the solution. Let's add some edits because I wanted to get my ideas on paper before I forgot them. So I may have forgotten to do a couple of things like, oh, I just noticed I forgot to capitalize the C in Clark's name. And we know names get a capital letter, and he should get a capital C for Clark. He felt butterflies in his belly. That's the end of a sentence. Oh, I forgot the period. He is nervous about school. The next day, I did it again. I forgot the capital C for Clark. Met new fish friends and had lots of fun at school. And I forgot the period. So let's go back in, show my blue edits, and I am all set for today. So readers, here's what your readers, well, you're reading your writing, but you're really the writers. Here's what you're doing today. You're finishing off your story. You're adding in the problem and how the problem gets solved. How do they fix it? That's called the solution. And then we should be all set. Check your work, make a couple of edits, and you're all done for today. Off you go, writers.